With the events of the rice field country behind them, everyone prepares for their training. But, a new threat soon arises. Mizuki is back, and he's planning to break out of Konoha's correctional facility along with the help of Fujin and Reijin, the legendary stupid brothers changed to the famous idiot brothers in the dub. However, this time Orochimaru may be pulling the strings. Asuma and Kurenai are sent to interrogate Mizuki, but they run into trouble on the way. Naruto shows up and find the two Jonin injured and defeated. Shizune and her team encounter Mizuki. But all of them are defeated. When Taunton comes back to warn Tsunade, Naruto takes the initiative to find Shizune with Taunton's help. Kakashi arrives and finds out the situation. Unfortunately, he has another mission. So, he summons Pakun who will guide Iruka to Naruto. Iruka eventually catches up to Naruto and Pakun sends Taunton back to the village. Pakun leads them and they soon find Shizune. They chase after Mizuki. When they soon fall into a trap. Iruka reveals that Shizune is not Shizune, but actually Mizuki. Mizuki attacks Iruka while Naruto deals with Fujin and Reijin. Naruto soon finds that his attacks are ineffective. Naruto is having trouble with the two brothers, and Iruka is having his share of difficulties with Mizuki. Iruka struggles to try to get the old Mizuki back. But Mizuki explains the only reason he was ever nice to Iruka was because he wanted to be the Hokage's favorite too. He wanted Iruka to be miserable, and not to have everyone else be so kind to Iruka and not himself. Iruka and Mizuki then prepare to fight again. Meanwhile, after many shadow clone attacks, Naruto finally has a chance to use Rasengan. The brothers accidentally destroy their lunch and make Naruto's attack hit his shadow clones. As they prepare to kill him, Shikamaru, Choji, and Ino come to the rescue. Team 10 tells Naruto that they will take care of the brothers, and use their combined skills to immobilize them. Naruto leaves to catch up to Iruka, who is fighting Mizuki in a building used to test academy instructors. It is revealed that Iruka and Mizuki are childhood friends. Although Mizuki only hoped to get close to the Hokage. Mizuki reveals that he has become stronger and learned new techniques while in prison, and destroys the building they are in. Naruto, Iruka, and Pakun meet up with Mizuki's fiancé Tsubaki, and she has come to offer help to the three, feeling responsible for not having stopped him earlier. Meanwhile, Shikamaru, Ino, and Choji are having trouble holding the two brothers off, and they know that they can't defeat them, so they are stalling for time. Meanwhile, Tsunade discovers a startling secret about Mizuki and Orochimaru, and leaves to intervene. Naruto, Iruka, Pakun, and Tsubaki finally reach Mizuki, but it's too late, he's already completed the formula he was making. Now that he's drank it, he turns into a new monstrous form. And Naruto has recognized Mizuki's transformation as one nearly identical to that of Orochimaru's cursed seal. Mizuki is determined to make Naruto and Iruka suffer, and it appears like he has the upper edge with his improved strength and speed. Meanwhile, Ino, Choji, and Shikamaru are at their limits, and now Fujin and Reijin are free. That is until Tsunade shows up and defeats them both easily. Fujin and Reijin surrender and agree to return peacefully to the institution. Mizuki on the other hand has converted all of his speed to power and prepares to finish Naruto off. But, Iruka thinks up a plan and traps Mizuki, giving Naruto the chance to use the Rasengan on him. Mizuki reverts to his original form, badly damaged when Tsunade shows up and explains everything about the potion Mizuki took. Mizuki will no longer be able to fight as a shinobi. Iruka offers to treat everyone at the ramen bar, and thinks about how Naruto saved his life the same way he had saved Naruto before. Naruto is frustrated by Mizuki's inability to lead him to Sasuke or Orochimaru, and begins pestering Tsunade to allow him to look for him. Hinata sympathizes with Naruto, and suggests trying to find a way to help him. Shino realizes that a baikochu, a very rare insect, could track down Sasuke if it smelled his scent. As Kurenai Yuhi is being hospitalized for injuries suffered during the prison break, No is tasked with leading Team 8 to find the Baikochu, and Naruto joins as the fourth member. It is also revealed that Hinata is practicing a new defensive technique, and has nearly mastered it. The Iganal members of Team 8 realize that they are being followed by hostile bug users Kamizuru clan, but decide not to engage them or tell Naruto about the enemy's presence, for fear of endangering the Baikochu. Hinata begins to worry that she is hindering her group, but eventually manages to locate the Baikochu with her Byakugan, allowing Naruto to capture it. Before Team 8 can leave the forest, however, Hinata is attacked and abducted by the bug users, who demand the Baikochu in return for her safety. It is revealed that the bug users who kidnapped Hinata are part of a clan that was an old rival of the Aburame clan. It seeks to recover a scroll using the Baikochu in order to restore its former glory. Hinata's companions hide the Baikochu and attempt to rescue her, but are lured into a trap. Hinata attempts to escape, but is swept down a river while stuck in a cocoon. Hinata's companions are captured by the Kamizuru clan, who attempt to search for the Baikochu. Hinata successfully escapes. ND destroys all of the rival bug users' insects with her new technique and forces them away, saving her companions. While trying to retrieve Sasuke's forehead protector, Naruto accidentally farts on the Baikochu, causing it to memorize his scent instead of Sasuke's. Although the mission fails to find a way of locating Sasuke, Hinata appears more confident, and her father seems to respect her more. When Naruto saves 3 guys, he is dragged into yet another mission. However, unlike the last 2, this is one he does not wish to partake in. However, when Guy reveals information that the leader of the Kurosuke family, Raiga, is connected with the 7 swordsmen of the mist, Naruto decides to change his mind, since Zabuza Momochi and Kisame Hoshigaki of Akatsuki were each a part of the group. He concludes that as Kisame is Itachi's partner, finding Itachi may bring them closer to Sasuke. With Neji, Lee, and Tenten as his allies, the group goes on their new mission. Out to try and save Rokusuke. Naruto and the others ambush members of the Kurosuke family and save an old man. They soon hear the funeral bell and go and save Rokusuke. However, Rock Lee meets an old friend among the group, and Lee must now convince Karashi to return to his old way of life. Their time together is cut short, as Raiga watches from the sidelines. Naruto and his team pursue Raiga into a thick fog, and find that Raiga is able to conceal himself from even the Byakugan. With Neji unable to see through the mist, the group loses the advantage of his eyesight. He is tricked into thinking that random objects are real people by a mysterious jutsu. Rock Lee manages to hold Raiga off by fighting while still unconscious. When a mysterious case is knocked off of Raiga's back, Raiga becomes weaker and is eventually defeated by Naruto. When the gang opens the case, they discover a young boy named Rinmara, who has been riding on Raiga's back the entire time. Rinmara reveals that Raiga cared for him, and that he helps Raiga fight by serving as his eyes. With Raiga seemingly dead, the gang heads back to find Karashi waiting for them. It turns out to be a trap as the Kurosuke family ambushes them. Luckily, Naruto fools them not once, but twice. With his clones. With the enemies defeated, the villagers focus their anger on Karashi. Rock Lee intercepts them and says that Karashi is still young and weak, and that it is partially his fault Karashi joined the Kurosuke family. Lee begs them to let him return to his mother, promising to punish Karashi himself if he should fall from grace. The villagers agree and the group heads back. But not before picking up Rinmara. They head back to the Curry of Life shop for a meal, where Naruto tries to retrieve information from Rinmara. Rinmara has Karashi take him to the canyon where Raiga fell, and uses his own chakra to revive him. Raiga awakes to find Rinmara unconscious. Tenten has no choice but to engage Raiga by herself, but is eventually defeated. Iga then demands that Karashi turn over Lee, Neji and Naruto to him, threatening to kill him and his mother. Karashi tricks the group into going to Raiga, and attempts to escape with his mother. Tenten returns with Rinmara, insisting that he live because it is a choice his and Raiga's victims did not have, and has Sancho make the curry of life for him. Elsewhere, Naruto, Lee and Neji are faring badly against Raiga, who is using a thunderstorm to increase his power, but Sancho heads out to provide curry for them. Naruto Uzumaki, Rock Lee and Neji Hyuga continue their fight against Raiga Kurosuke, with Raiga utilizing a local thunderstorm to provide him with a practically infinite source of lightning to use. Raiga manages to knock all of them out with his electricity, but Sancho, Tenten, Karashi and Rinmara give them the curry of life, but accidentally intoxicate Lee in the process. Rinmara returns to Raiga, telling him the four are dead, and with his viewpoint of the world changed by the Konoha ninja, attempts to lead Raiga off a cliff. This fails when a drunken Lee attacks Raiga, who angrily dispatches him. Rinmara attempts to get Raiga to stop the battle, but Raiga attacks him, accusing him of abandoning him. Naruto returns, though, and defeats Raiga by punching him off a ledge, from which Raiga commits suicide by using lightning to incinerate his body. Rinmara begins training alongside Karashi as an apprentice at the curry shop, and Naruto's team returns to Konoha. Each of Konoha's genin have been assigned to lead a squad of 3 academy students in a survival exercise. Naruto Uzumaki is teamed up with Konohamaru and his 2 friends. The 3 find out that Naruto's leadership, navigation, and foraging skills leave much to be desired, and they end up lost in the mountains during a thunderstorm. They learn to pull their strengths to survive the mountains long enough for help to arrive. Then they blame Naruto for getting them into the disaster. Naruto, Hinata and Kiba accept what they believe will be an easy mission to catch a crook. Upon arriving at the thief's last known location, however, they learn that another bounty hunter is pursuing the thief and that the thief is a skilled ninja. The bounty hunter is wounded in the battle, and Naruto's group take him to safety, but discover that he, too, is a wanted criminal. The bounty hunter reveals that he was framed for murdering a family and that the thief that he and Naruto's group is hunting is the culprit. He wants to capture him to clear his name. The 4 locate the thief in a nearby city, in the process of attempting to steal a valuable bell. After the bounty hunter captures the thief, he is captured himself, and his innocence is revealed. Despite this, Naruto's group fails the mission because they did not capture the thief. 2 outsiders, Mandai and Pacha, come to infiltrate the village and gather its secrets by disguising themselves as Might Guy and Rock Lee, while the real Guy and Lee are out on a mission. They are oblivious to the fact that their disguises are fooling nobody, except for Naruto. Tsunade, Sakura, and Tenten string them along by giving them outrageous missions, preventing them from learning anything. The real Lee and Guy are a turn to kick their imposters off into the distance, and discover that Naruto never realized the truth. Naruto, Neji, and Tenten are sent by Tsunade to the land of birds to investigate reports of a ghost, Norimusha, terrorizing the local population. Upon arriving, they learn that the daimyo has died, and that his son, the successor, cares little about his duties due to the recent death of his sister. Later that evening, the Konoha ninja encounter Norimusha and give chase. After cornering it, however, an examination by Neji's Byakugan makes the group realize that the armor the Norimusha is wearing is empty. The episode starts with the group talking at Muso's house. After that they discuss that Kume, the village strategist and the son's potential rival for succession, may be behind the Norimusha. To prove this, they try to visit the new feudal lord Sagi at a lake where he holds his lost memories of his sister Toki. The group protects the feudal lord from assassins, and pursues the Norimusha to its meeting with Kume. Where after it is defeated, it is revealed that it and the previous Norimusha were 2 different individuals. The group finds evidence that indicates that Ko-Mei may have been behind the second Norimusha's appearance, and Kume is arrested. The episode starts with Muso stating the mission is over. Naruto, however, is skeptical, and investigates where and his companions fought the Noroimusha. He finds a secret passage to the feudal lord's mansion, but is caught. When Chishima goes to warn Muso about Naruto investigating, he accidentally sees Muso meeting with Watari Ninja. Chishima tries to escape to inform the others about this development, but is pursued and injured by the Watari Ninja. The Noroimusha arrives in Naruto's cell, and he is sentenced to death. The episode starts with Neji, Tenten, and Kakashi staring at a grave. As they head back, they throw off a pursuer with a replacement, but are being shadowed by another. Kume is about to be forced to commit seppuku. But the Noroimusha saves him. Shortly afterwards, it is revealed that Naruto disguised himself as the Noroimusha. Kakashi fights Nagale, who uses moves copied from other ninja. Naruto, Neji and Tenten discover that the true identity of the Noroimusha is the feudal lord himself, who seeks to kill Muso to avenge his father. Episode begins with a flashback that reveals that Sagi, not Toki, died. And that Toki took on her brother's identity to avenge his death. Toki assumes the identity of the Noroimusha, and attempts to attack Muso, but is subdued by Muso's imitation ninjutsu. Muso's Watari ninjas and Naruto's group join the battle. While his companions fight the Watari ninja, Naruto pursues Muso and is caught in a genjutsu. Muso reveals himself to be Hoki the migrating ninja, who plans to travel and collect as many jutsus as possible. He seemingly kills Chishima and knocks Naruto underwater. Naruto awakens when Sagi's ghost asks him to save Toki from her desire for revenge and defeat Muso. Naruto rises from the water and punches Hoki, then tells Toki that he has seen Sagi. Naruto then fights against and defeats Hoki. Chishima turns out to have survived Hoki's attack. Toki apologizes to her subjects for deceiving them, but asks them to allow her to remain ruler in order to restore the bird country. After the group leaves, Neji tells Naruto that the first cursed warrior they encountered was a real ghost, much to his horror. This episode pays tribute to cooking-themed anime series such as Chuka Ichiban and Yakutate. Japan. Naruto. Choji and Sakura volunteer to help Toiki, whose daughter Ayame was kidnapped by a band of cooking ninja. To save her, they must come up with the ultimate ramen recipe. Toiki tries to teach them how to cook. And the three take advantage of their ninja techniques to make the perfect bowl of ramen. When they rescue Ayame, she has grown fat due to being unable to resist the cooking ninja's food. To bring her to her regular self, she eats Toiki's diet ramen that appears to be designed to make people lose weight from eating it. The episode ends by showing almost every single female ninja in the show lined up for ramen. However, in the end it shows Toiki eating the diet ramen and losing too much weight. Anko Mitarashi is dispatched to the land of the sea with Naruto, Shino, and Ino to investigate the nature of the Kaima monster. Upon arriving, Anko recalls her time with Orochimaru in this area, and her cursed seal begins to resonate and cause her pain. At the docks, the group sees Yoroi Ikado and Masumi Tsurugi accosting a young girl. Naruto chases them away, but does not recognize them. When the group sets off to one of the islands, Yoroi and Masumi attack, and Naruto nearly drowns until he is saved by the girl he saw earlier. Naruto awakens in the girl's hut, where she identifies herself as Isaribi. Upon thanking her, Naruto realizes that she is being ostracized by the local residents. And he angrily chases away the children that have arrived to torment her. Meanwhile, Orochimaru is meeting with Amachi, a scientist conducting experiments under his direction. Sasuke Uchiha is also present, and ends their conversation when it's directed towards him. The remaining members of Team Anko have arrived at the island, where they are briefed on the payment schedule that they have to defend. And they locate the demon of the ocean, Kaima, in the meantime. However, Naruto arrives, and identifies the Kaima as Isaribi. The arrival of Yoroi enables Isaribi to escape, and the two escape. Anko attempts to pursue but is paralyzed by pain from her cursed seal. Anko falls unconscious from the pain caused by the cursed seal. While in the beach, Anko, still unconscious, is being tended by Ino. Meanwhile, Naruto explains his encounter with Isaridi earlier. The episode continues back into Anko's sudden remembrance of her memories. She sees Orochimaru approaching her, telling her that the Hokage knows about their experiments. Shino, Naruto and Ino decided to continue their original mission, to protect the official payments and capture the Kaima Isaridi. The group heads to Demon Island Kikaijima, an island located in the land of the sea where supposedly the Kaima resides. Anko awakes and explains that the Kaima, demon of the ocean, is a human who has undergone physical transmutations. While they are talking, Yoroi and Isaridi head underwater to Orochimaru's lair. Inside, Isaridi passes on the information relating to the official payments and asks when she will return to normal. Yoroi tells her that she is a prototype and when he is done collecting information from her, he would change her back. He also sends her to dispatch Naruto and the rest of the group who has just arrived on the shore. Shino, Naruto and Ino find themselves in an experimental laboratory with many creatures contained in test pillars. Isaridi approaches from behind and triggers a trapdoor. The three genin fall through the trapdoor and Anko appears behind Isaridi with a kunai at her throat. Isaridi gets away and leaves Anko locked in the room facing three large lion-like animal mutations. Anko makes quick work of the three, only leaving the curse mark to pain her. The rest of the team faces Yoroi Akato, who is working for the enemy. Shino takes up the challenge while Naruto and Ino continue running to catch up with Anko. Naruto and Ino find themselves facing Amachi and Isaridi. Amachi and Isaridi run off just while Masumi Tsurugi comes to face them. Ino uses her mind manipulation jutsu to restrain him. Shino's opponent disappears as the island begins to collapse. Isaridi, Amachi and Yoroi escape on a ship, leaving Team Anko to die in the collapsing building. Naruto frantically searches for an exit. Anko rescues the team by summoning a giant snake, which takes the team in its mouth and breaks through the wall. Team Anko quickly pursues the enemy. After encountering Amachi, Naruto is caught in his attack and is able to use the demon fox's chakra to free himself. The demon fox within Naruto helps him beat Amachi. Although Amachi is quickly defeated and captured, the sea boss attacks Naruto. Naruto summons Gamabunta and defeats the monster by evaporating its nucleus, then gets beat up by Gama-sama. Gamabunta is a freshwater creature who is extremely uncomfortable in a saltwater environment. Isaridi realized what Naruto said was right and that he did understand her because Naruto was also treated as a monster, and with his help, Isaridi was able to overcome her anger. Afterward, Isaridi decided to go to Konoha in the hopes that Tsunade can cure her. Naruto is ordered to show a spoiled rich kid named Kunihisa a typical day in the life of a ninja. The kid has an annoying habit of continually flaunting his wealth to get whatever he wants. Trouble arises when kidnappers attempt to abduct the kid for ransom, and Kunihisa, out of money, is unable to summon his bodyguards, who have been paid off by the kidnappers. Naruto helps him to escape, and teaches him that there are more important things in life than money. Naruto, Hinata and Kiba are given a mission to find some treasure, and are told that if they fail to find it, they will be returned to the academy, due to Naruto's poor performance on his missions with Kiba and Hinata. They set out to find it, but Naruto and Kiba's arguments prevent them from cooperating. They are ambushed and trapped by three people who then copy their identities, smell, and thoughts and learn that the person who requested the mission is their leader. Working together, the group escapes from the cave-in with the treasure, but learn that Hinata injured her leg. After realizing that Naruto and Kiba argue too often while Hinata worries for the others too much, they head into town to stop their copies. The group outwits and defeats their copies except Naruto, who uses Demon Fox chakra-fueled shadow clones to defeat his copy, because his copy was running up a huge debt under his name. And ate all his food, including some ramen he was saving for a special occasion. Naruto's copy also accidentally bumped into Sakura, who was walking out of the library with an extremely tall stack of books. The copy then ridicules Sakura for being such a klutz, which angers her and leads her to unknowingly punch the real Naruto. Naruto, Kiba and Hinata learn that the mission was as to see if they could work together as a team, and that they passed it. Tsunade becomes upset when the treasure turns out to be a bill for services rendered. Naruto finds Jiraiya with two women in a town, and Jiraiya makes excuses and puts off his training to write his Ika script. Naruto eventually decides to ghostwrite it. Naruto gets the manuscript for Ika Tactics English version. Make-out tactics, mixed up with a peace treaty between the Fang and Claw countries. The two must chase down the courier ninja before he delivers the wrong package and incites war. Unfortunately, the courier is absolutely committed to his duty and will stop at nothing to complete his delivery, no matter what the consequences may be. The wrong package eventually gets delivered, but peace is still made between the two countries. As the recipient was a fan of Ika and happily interpreted the document as a peace offering. Tenten, Neji, and Rock Lee are assigned to a mission to protect the star belonging to the hidden village of Star. When Naruto hears of the star's special chakra-enhancing power, he decides he too must go along because of his assumption that Orochimaru may be involved. Naruto manages to convince Tsunade to allow him to join Team Guy's mission by bribing her with an expensive treat. Naruto and Team Guy encounter Sumeru of the hidden village of Star, who guides them past the poison gases that surround the village after demonstrating techniques with strange purple chakra. The Konoha Genin meet with the substitute Hoshikage, Akahoshi, who explains Hidden Star's desire to become one of the 5 main hidden villages. Sumeru expresses his desire to become the first true Hoshikage of Hidden Star, which intrigues Naruto, who rushes off after Sumeru in the direction of the place where the village's star is held. Naruto and Sumeru see someone fleeing from the building containing the star, and Naruto runs off in pursuit. Sumeru discovers that the star has been stolen and chases after the thief. The thief manages to escape from Naruto, and it is revealed that he was using techniques exclusive to those who had star training, meaning they were once a member of the Star Village. With the star stolen, the group has no leads on the mysterious thief who can use chakra to fly. Naruto learns that Sumeru's parents died defending the star from foreign ninja. Tenten and Lee attempt to track 2 of Akahoshi's men, but are discovered and find no answers. Sumeru and some of his friends find a masked ninja and restrain him, but he renders them unconscious and kidnaps Sumeru. It is revealed that the masked ninja who stole the star is Sumeru's mother, and that Akahoshi is the one who kidnapped Sumeru. The group learns that the star training is potentially fatal to the ninja who take part in it, but resolve to find the star. Tenten and Lee infiltrate Akahoshi's residence and rescue Sumeru. Meanwhile, Akahoshi approaches Natsuhi and demands the star in exchange for Sumeru, and the two fight. While Natsuhi gains the upper hand, Naruto and Neji intervene for Akahoshi, and Naruto manages to get close enough to punch Natsuhi. After he does, Akahoshi launches an attack at the two of them, dropping them into the Valley of Death. Akahoshi says that the mission for the Konoha shinobi is over, but Neji says that as the star has not been recovered, the mission will go on. Neji, Lee and Tenten reveal the truth about Akahoshi to the trainees. Naruto awakens and hears about Natsuhi and her husband seeing the horrors of the star training, and trying to steal the star. After they were caught, the third Hoshikage agreed to end the star training if they left the village and watched from afar to prevent it from resuming. Natsuhi and her husband accepted, asking the Hoshikage to tell Sumeru that they had died. Akahoshi tracks down the star, and reveals that he assassinated the Hoshikage in order to resume the star training. He fights Natsuhi and absorbs his subordinate's chakra to grow stronger. But Naruto's teammates and the star trainees arrive. As Sumeru, the rest of the star trainees and Naruto's teammates arrive, Akahoshi takes Sumeru hostage and forces Natsuhi to hand over the star. Neji examines Natsuhi and reveals that she could die if she uses her star chakra jutsus again. After Sumeru awakens, he speaks with his mother, who reveals that while he knew that she had to leave him behind to spare him the pain of becoming an exile, she regrets leaving him. While Naruto and Lee insist on going after Akahoshi, Neji says the mission is over and they, as Leaf Ninja, cannot betray a client. That night, Natsuhi goes to the Star Temple to steal the star, but is killed by Akahoshi and his men. Sumeru, following with the Leaf Ninja, senses her death and flies to the temple. Akahoshi declares himself fourth Hoshikage and orders his ninja to kill the Leaf Ninja, Sumeru and Hokuto if they set foot in the village. After Akahoshi tries to execute Sumeru, Hokuto and the rest of the children stand up to protect their village, revealing the poisoning caused by the star. After learning the truth, the adults turn on Akahoshi as well. After Akahoshi nearly kills Mizura, he is given no second chances. Not being one to lose, Akahoshi fuses his body with the star, causing his chakra to go out of control. Naruto, guided by Natsuhi's spirit, destroys the star and defeats Akahoshi. Although Tsunade initially seems upset over Naruto failing the mission, she concedes that the mission was trash, due to being ordered by Akahoshi himself, and heals the children of their poisoning.